Crows Club presents B-Side Breakdown.
Hey everyone, welcome to the B-Side Breakdown. My name is Brett Johnson and I am your host. This is episode 13 of a podcast where I talk with other artists, musicians, and songwriters about a piece of music they've written that's meaningful to them, where they can give me permission to play it in its entirety on the episode, and ideally we have a chat and get deep into the why behind it. Today I'm going to be talking to the U.S. stoner doom metal band called EvilLeaf, based out of Gastonia, North Carolina. I'm going to sit down with Sara and Wes and discuss the song Summoned by Smoke. So, let's get into it. Here is Summoned by Smoke by EvilLeaf.
Call
All right, and that was Summoned by Smoke by EvilLeaf. We're going to take a quick break and come back and talk with Sara and Wes from EvilLeaf about the song. Stay with us. All right, and we're back. Let's bring in Sara and Wes and talk about Summoned by Smoke. Hey, Sara and Wes, how are you doing?
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to hearing more from y'all about this. I have little experience with you guys in person. Obviously, we played a show together at the Odd back in I think it was September or August. And
Yeah, I think it was August. Yeah.
August, yeah, and it was super awesome to hear you guys and see you guys. I was having ridiculous amp difficulty, so I didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to see what was going on, but audibly it was incredible. And I was super stoked that you guys wanted to do this podcast. So thank you for sending the song Summoned by Smoke. And in your words, please feel free to tell me what about that song is meaningful and why did you want to talk about it today?
Wes, you can go first.
All right. Well, I guess for me, it would be because it's the first original song that ever got wrote for EvilLeaf. It originally wasn't called Summoned by Smoke. It's actually went through a few different titles and a few different vocalists, and then Sara kind of, when she joined the band, put her lyrical spin and melody on it, and it really kind of just gave it a new life to become what it is now.
What was that one called before? I already forgot.
It was actually three different names. Like, it started out as like the Tonight We Ride, and that was just like when the band was being called EvilLeaves, and my buddy Robert just came up just one vocal melody line, and he would keep singing when the chorus part would go. And then when we actually got like our first vocalist, he kind of kept it the same way, but the lyrics just was weird, didn't really make no sense. So we ended up looking for another vocalist, which was kind of a recurring theme until Sara came along. And that was called Blood Red Sky. And then for the longest time, it was titled RG Toombs. Ironically, it was about the wrestler Rowdy Piper.
Yes.
I don't think I knew that story, but okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So when I was writing the lyrics and the melody and all of that for this one, I didn't know any of the old versions, which is probably
Cool.
good. And you're not influenced by what other people have done before. So
Sure.
I just had just the instrumental only. I don't play keys on this one, so it was just everything else. They put it together, and then I usually write my lyrics after I write the melodies and stuff, because I kind of hum along and try to like figure out what I think fits and what the vibe is and stuff like that. And then once I had kind of written the melody for this one, I thought it had sort of a almost seductive sound to it.
Yeah.
So I kind of started making the lyrics about addiction and being drawn back in, like when people have relapse and stuff like that, and how seductive or how tempting addictions can be, and how like you can keep coming back to them and things like that.
Got it. No, that's super helpful, and I really appreciate that context. Yeah, okay, so now I got a boatload of questions. But one, I want to, Sara, I really appreciate how you go about writing your lyrics by forming the melody first and then sort of the lyrics come. I know I've talked with other artists on previous episodes where, for me, that's also part of my process, where it's like I just start mumbling sort of syllables, and then this sentence kind of forms within the melody that fits the music. And
That's
then
exactly how I do it. Yeah.
And then at some point I write it down and go, wait, what is this? And then all of a sudden I realize, oh, I'm singing about this. And then all of a sudden the rest of it just kind of writes itself. It's such a cool way to explore that.
Yeah,
But
that's interesting to hear someone else say that, because I usually hear other vocalists tell me like, oh, I always write the words first and then I write the melody. But I've tried to do it that way before. And yeah, I feel that, kind of writing the melody shapes the way my lyrics turn out.
exactly. Otherwise, yeah, it gets really sort of square peg round hole for me if I try to write lyrics first and then figure out what it's like, it's almost like cart before the horse for me. It's like it's a backwards approach, but I'm glad that find someone else who doesn't write, or writes the same way as I do, at least from a lyrical perspective. It's fun to just hear everybody's process. But with that, so Wes, how long has EvilLeaf then been a band? When did EvilLeaf start?
Well, we technically became Evil Leaf shortly after Derek joined the band. I'm the only original member left, really,
Okay.
because for like the first year, it was Evil Leaves. It just started out as me and a couple of my friends jamming on a stage that I built out of pallets in the front yard just on Friday or Saturday night, to have something fun to do
Yeah,
when COVID was going on, because you couldn't really go see live music or anything anywhere.
that's awesome.
So we just kind of started making our own, and then like I said, I kind of came up with the riffs for this song, and then it just kind of went from there. And it was like, hey, all right, let's get a storage building and kind of get serious about this.
No, that makes sense. So then, oh, go ahead, Sarah.
Well, I was just gonna say that's interesting too because I had forgotten that this was one of the first ones that was written because it wasn't the first one that I wrote stuff to. So I kind
No,
of
Sure.
forgot that the band had written this one first.
yeah, it was the very first one written, but it got shelved. It was actually shelved when Sarah came into the band because the original lead guitar player that we had got, he didn't like it. He said it was too slow and just too boring, is what it was his. But to me, it's honestly my favorite song to play live.
And it's our most popular one too.
Yeah, yeah,
I love that this one got really popular after he left.
yeah. Right.
Wow. Well, no, that's good to hear too. So then are you all from Gastonia, or is everybody from kind of all over the place?
Yeah, we're a
Okay.
little bit spread out. Me and Matt are actually the only ones that technically live like in the Gastonia area.
Gastonia. Got it.
But that's
Got
where our rehearsal space is. And then we got like I said, we still have the stage out in my front yard that we'll get together and jam on sometimes too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Well, that's interesting. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm from Columbia, but right now I'm living in Waxhaw, and I've lived all over the place though. But and then I think Derek's near like Concord area, and Maurice is like Charlotte, so we're kind of spread out.
Got it. Yeah, I thought I remember right that Maurice was from Charlotte. And so for some reason I thought y'all were from Charlotte. I didn't realize similar, to, when the band I was in, Flying Too Close to the Sun, when we did that show, I was telling Wes that, right, we're all over the place. Like our drummer lives up in Weaverville and Toby lives in Hendersonville and I live in Easley, South Carolina. So it's like, we're kind of all over the map too. No, but got it. So then Sarah, how long have you been in the band?
A little over a year.
Oh, okay. Got it. And when did you actually record Summoned by Smoke?
Uh,
About like maybe 4 months after you joined.
yeah, Wes can confirm or deny this because I don't exactly remember, but I think Summoned by Smoke was like the fourth one I recorded or something. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was because we had already pretty much had it was Disquiet and Slow Burn was already completely recorded. It just needed to have, yeah, it just needed to have vocals on it, and it actually had the lead part from the original lead player too. But like I said, this one was just shelved. So, and then when Maurice joined, we was like, we need more songs, and I was like, well, we can bring out the old one, see if you guys like it, and kind of everybody really vibed with it, and within like a week, I think we had it recorded and ready.
Got it. So how long before Sarah's arrival was the rest of the lineup solidified and actively rehearsing?
All right, so let's see. Derek came in. What was it? April of 22, I guess. Because you came
Okay.
in what, October, right?
Yeah,
Correct,
well,
Sarah?
actually, I haven't been the lead singer the whole time either. I was just the keyboard player when I joined. So I've only been the singer for probably right about a year because I think it was around October that they replaced the other vocalist with me. Because, yeah, I was just doing keys before and like a little bit of backup vocals here and there.
Got it. Got it. Wow. That's super. It's just, I never would have thought that you couldn't have convinced me from what I've heard and seen of y'all that, oh yeah, we've almost been a band with this lineup for a year. And
Yeah,
have what you have
December.
recorded. I mean, that's incredible.
This December will make like a full year that we've been together, because that's when Maurice joined, was December of last year.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, Maurice is the newest member.
Yeah.
He's only been with us like what, 6 months or something? Maybe a little.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's look. It's a little bit low, like 10 months now, I guess, right?
Sure. And where did you guys record this? Do you have your own studio, or do you do this at home in your own recording system, or do you got like, is there a specific studio you went to?
I
We
did
did.
my parts in my home studio where I was living. Like I
Sure.
record my vocals and keys there, but Derek has a home studio that everything else was recorded, and then I would send him my files and he mixes it all together, does the mixing and mastering and all that.
Got it. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's cool. That also, I have a lot of experience with that one just during COVID. I have a friend of mine in Minnesota that that's how we would write music. It's just file sharing and, getting him the rest of the stuff because he's the engineering mastermind who could put it all together and make it sound like it needs to,
I love that we can do that stuff nowadays. It just
Right.
makes it so much easier.
Yeah. I mean, just I recorded, I played in this Americana country band called Megan and Shane briefly, and we recorded a couple songs at an analog studio in Nashville, and it was a super fun experience just to record on 2-inch tape again because it's been so long. But at the same time, I'm really grateful that I'm not limited by that style of recording studio anymore, that it really is just a matter of, I have my USB interface into my computer and I can plug in and go with it. That is just, it's
Having like Pro Tools on my computer, it's
right.
great. It's so much lower pressure too when you can just record at home like with a glass of wine or something. There's not the pressure of like I have an hour in the studio, I have to get it done,
Yeah. And for me, the thing recording vocals that I don't know why, but I hate it when my bandmates are sitting there listening to me sing like that.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's like this extra added scrutiny, which I don't think is actually there. I think I'm making it all up in my head. But for some reason, the pressure of being in front of the engineer, right? They're on the clock. We're paying them and everybody's listening. Hurry up and get it done right,
Yes,
Whereas, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's how I feel. That's why I record my parts separate from the rest of the band.
Makes total sense. And I love that. It's like, nope, I'm going to redo that again.
Yeah.
Just redo it as many times as I'd like to sitting in my studio office. Like how simple. No, that's great. That's great. So now what album or what recording is Summoned by Smoke on, and has it been formally released in any capacity where people can go get it?
Yeah, it was released on our first EP, Slow Burn.
Okay.
And we independently released that. It's on all the streaming platforms. We think we have a lyric video on YouTube. And I mean I think we got some videos of it up on our socials as well.
Cool. When did Slow Burn officially come out?
March. It was March of this year, yeah.
Okay, got it. And
I think it was March 3rd actually.
And is it digital only, or is there a CD or a LP? Is there vinyl of it to get? Or
yeah, we have some CDs. We have some CDs on our Bandcamp, and then we have some that we actually physically sell at shows.
Awesome, you're on Bandcamp. So is it EvilLeaf.bandcamp.com?
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Great. Good. So all listeners, Bandcamp Friday, go to EvilLeaf.bandcamp.com and buy their stuff so they get all the money. All right, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Sara and Wes from EvilLeaf. Stay with us. All right, and we're back. So Sara and Wes, tell me about what's coming up next. Is there anything specifically coming up for EvilLeaf or something else that you're working on that you want to share or plug or promote?
Well, I guess the next thing that we have coming up is our pretty much our final show of the year. It's going to be our first headline show ever too. So that's kind of cool. It's the Night of Doom in our backyard at the Rooster. We got some pretty killer local bands, and then we even got Grave Next Door coming down from Michigan. And then after that, it's just going to be focused on this new release, getting it finished, and get some new material out there for everyone to check out. Maybe try to shoot a couple of music videos.
That's awesome. And so the Rooster, is that when you're saying in your backyard, does that mean like legit your backyard? It's in Gastonia. Okay, cool.
It's right here in Gastonia. Sorry.
Okay, cool. No, it's all good. So that's a venue in Gastonia. So Sunday, October 29th, Night of Doom at the Rooster with EvilLeaf and other bands. EvilLeaf's first headlining gig. Awesome. And how far along are you on your next record then? How many songs do you have, or how many songs do you think it's going to be, and when do you anticipate it'll be out?
Well, initially we was thinking of just doing another EP because we got like 3 songs done, and we're working on a couple other ones, and they're long, epic ones. So I think we're just going to go with the full release, and I think we're going to try to shoot for around the same time that we released this year, around March of this coming year.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, cool. Well, I'll make sure to post up any links. And other than evilleaf.bandcamp.com, is there anything else specifically where folks should look you up? Are you on all socials? Do you have like a
Yeah, we're on
page?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that.
Yeah, Linktree/EvilLeaf.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for taking the time to come to me and talk about this. And I sure hope that we can do some more shows in the near future. And good luck with the show on the 29th. I just, again, appreciate you both with your time and flexibility with scheduling and everything. Like, thank you for coming on and doing this, and love Summon My Smoke, and look forward to getting it out there for everybody else. So thanks again.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Three Crows Club presents B-Side Breakdown.
All right, and that wraps up another episode of the B-Side Breakdown. I want to thank Sara and Wes from EvilLeaf for coming on the show to talk about their song Summoned by Smoke. Please look them up at Linktree/EvilLeaf and EvilLeaf.bandcamp.com for access to all their socials and their music. I'd like to thank Adam Coulong and Carrie Bozel for helping me put together the jingle you hear at the beginning and the end of this episode. Please subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And for some shameless self-promotion, I'm playing a song from a band I was in called Kingfield. It's a song called Start Today. That's what you're hearing in the background. So take a listen. Hope you like it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.
Start today. Take what you want and leave the rest for